Yeah. G'day, Froth Dogs. It's Painey from Extreme Board Riders. I'm GD Rotor Glenelg. Going to do a quick wetsuit review for you. So the Rip Curl Fusion came out last year and it was a really successful suit, super warm, super flexible. But this year they've changed it into a chest zip. So we probably find that the suit's going to be a little bit more versatile now. Not everyone loved the zipless. You know, it was a beautiful free suit. But not everyone can really get into that of a suit terribly easily, and also in the 4.3 is probably a little bit more difficult. Now the suit is being brought back in as a chest zip. So a chest zip, as you know, most suits on the market these days are chest zips. You know, you get back zip, that's fine, zipless and chest zips. Now Rip Curl brought back the Fusion as a suit with a chest zip, and one thing we do like too is the chest zip you don't have to connect together anymore. So that basically the carriage lives over that side of the suit. You're reaching down, simply pulling it across, put the tab down and cinch it. So that's one new thing about Fusion. What hasn't changed is how the seams are put together, and Fusion's got seams that don't leak. So inside there, we're not seeing the materials butted up against each other. Those two layers of material have got about an 8mm overlap on them. A traditional sealed seam wetsuit is glued and blind stitched. They butt them up against each other with glue. Curved needle goes halfway in and back out so it doesn't pierce it, and that stops the water going through. They're quite often taped on the inside. Fusion actually bonds those two on top of each other, and they're glued down on top of each other, and they're stitched in pressure points, and they're taped in pressure points inside, and full external taping on the suit. So the idea is you've got that bond from two materials all the way to the seams of the suit, and that is going to last a lot longer. Traditional glued and blind stitching, all the holes that go through there, eventually with the stretching the rubber in all those directions, the holes elongate and water starts getting back through those holes. So what we're trying to eliminate is that water entering the suit too quickly in the wetty's life. So the idea being that it's a more durable seam technology. It's more expensive because they basically have to bond all those things, seams on top of each other throughout the whole suit. So that's the seams in the suit, that's the zippers. Internally in the suit, nothing has really changed from last year. Still that beautiful E7 rubber, nice and stretchy, and of course full flash lining. So the flash lining is a material that has really great warmth retention. So it's a toasty suit, that's for sure. You can see the taping in a lot of the critical junctures of the suit there, so that keeps it nice and strong. You can see a little bit of glue on the inside there where they bond that seam together, where it's overlapped throughout the suit. So flash lining inside the suit there, super warm. Flash lining can be, you know, a little bit heavier, but the warmth factor is fantastic. If you want to increase your stretch and maybe decrease the warmth a little bit, then you can go to the Flash Bomb Zipless or the Flash Bomb Pro, they call it, and that has basically got flash lining for about there down, no flash line in the shoulders, so super flexible, and that's back into a zipless suit. Then you want really flexible suit, then you go to the E-Bomb, no flash lining whatsoever. But the Fusion and the Flash Bomb, which is the other chest zip version, which is glued and blind stitched, they are your really warm suits. So good for South Australian waters when it eventually gets cold, and it will. So yeah, it looks a really nice looking suit. You know, the red highlights on there, you know, quite distinctive. Nicely made wetsuit. One thing we do like about Rip Curl is they've got a long warranty on them, and also they do have their repair facility in Torquay in Australia. So you eventually get to a point, and it's outside of warranty. Instead of throwing that suit in the bin, you can bring it to us. We send it across to Torquay, and they will repair the suits at quite a reasonable cost most of the time too. So that's something which will sort of elevate the life of the suit, and you get better value out of the suit if you can wear it longer. A lot of other good features on this suit, like the double roll collar on there. There's sort of two layers in there, so you don't get any taking around the neck. It's not smoothie anymore. The smoothie sort of wasn't that durable. It was comfy for a while, but sort of, you know, fell apart a little bit. That's way more durable. So there's a bunch of good features in this suit. So that's it. That is your new Fusion chest zip. We've got them in 3.2s, we've got them in 4.3s, we've got them in women's suits, we've got them in guys' suits as well. So come and check them out, try them on. They're a little bit more expensive. To help sort of alleviate that, we've got this little deal going on at the moment where you can read it and I can tell you as well, but you're basically getting a free wet dry backpack Ventura, which is about $80 worth from Rip Curl. You're getting that for free when you're buying any of the Fusion wetsuits, 4.3s, 3.2s, men's or women's, doesn't matter. So there it is. That's the Fusion wetsuit. Come in, check it out. I'm sure you'll be stoked on it. You want a durable suit, you want a warm suit, you want something that's really nice and flexible as well. That's the good range to check it out from Rip Curl, the Fusion. See you in the water.